The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I spoke earlier in the session about my friend Dennis McKenzie. Dennis is a veteran from the Afghanistan War, where he served for almost a decade with the 2nd Battalion of the Royal Canadian Regiment. And he's also a musician. He recently recorded his debut album called Guardian Angel Platoon in memory of the friends that he lost during the campaign in Afghanistan, and also in memory of those that he lost to suicide since their return home from the war. Dennis himself has been very open about his struggles with PTSD and the invisible scars that he carries with him as a result of his active duty. The wounds and losses of war are sometimes starkly clear, but just as often they are silent and they are hidden. Veterans of war can be both young women and men near the beginning of life's journey, and weathered seniors carrying painful memories of their youths that were interrupted by war, perhaps in Europe or Korea or the Middle East. I grew up in Scotland surrounded by memories of wars past and of my family's involvement over many generations, including both of my parents. I married a Newfoundlander, and we lived in that lovely province for many years, where I learned that the raw emotions and losses of war are every bit as deep and widespread and present in Canada as they are in the UK. One privilege I have every year is to be asked to play the last post at a number of remembrance ceremonies. And I will be doing that again over this coming weekend and on November the 11th itself. And when I play the last post, I'm moved every single time that I do it by the emotions it evokes in me. Despite the fact that it's actually not a difficult piece to play technically, I often find myself at the end having difficulty breathing. I find it deeply tender and affecting, and quite literally breathtaking. And it is right that we are moved deeply on this day. It is right that it is difficult. There are many in our community here on Prince Edward Island who have been touched personally by war, perhaps lost family members or friends, or continue to carry their own personal scars. I think especially of those islanders over the days ahead, and I hope for peace, both within ourselves and in our world. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.